The photography industry has gone through a lot in 150 years, and it has gone through even more in the last 6 months. I think if you're considering a career as a professional photographer, just know that anything that comes from the past or any of the stories or the trajectories that have come before us won't really apply in the future. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Sergio, and I'm a commercial photographer here in Victoria, BC, and AI is scary as Realistically, it's just going to change how we approach the photography. People will still be shooting, and people will still have a need for shooters, so don't worry too much about it. I'm not going to be too doom and gloom about it, but I do want you to understand that it's going to be different. It's going to change, and even my videos on AI from a few months ago will have different opinions than I do have today. Just because it's so ever-changing and ever-evolving that, there's constant moving parts. A lot of these photo-generating AIs nowadays are getting pretty indistinguishable for most people, especially with the speed at which we're just scrolling through ads anyway. So for a business, why would they hire a professional for 2-3 days of work to create all of the ads for their products when they could just plop them into an AI and just get it all created basically for free in 15 minutes? Those are the little jobs that we have to be careful as photographers to not focus too much on. One thing I've noticed in my career in the last 4, 5, 6 months is that there's a shift in the types of jobs that have been booked and the types of jobs that are getting demanded for. There is always going to be a level in which product photography, like taking a picture of a can in front of a pink background, that might still exist to a certain level for a certain type of client. But the more and more we progress, if you're just starting out, if you're trying to make your name in this career, in this business, you're probably going to do yourself a disservice if that's all you focus on. If you can figure out a much broader appeal, a much broader scope in which you're applying your photography, it'll be beneficial to you. But I can tell you one thing, in the last couple months, what really is getting booked more and more are those things that AI just can't do. It's the documenting. It's creating something that actually did exist, but just in a better light. We have the ability to create whatever we want from the back of a computer screen now. So the documentation of something that's real and authentic will never go away. That is the true essence of this medium in which we're using. So focusing on that will give you a much more lasting career than just that, that Photoshoppy world in which we currently live. It's not something we should fight or resist or be like, okay, yeah, it's scary, but we shouldn't be like, oh no, I can never do this again. It's just, let me take those skills. Let me take what it is it can do for me and apply it to my photography. If you want to use it as for what it is, be like, sure, I can give you guys lifestyle images and product images and I can do them on the same time because I'm doing the AI part and we can do it all at the same time. I realize that's maybe not why you got into photography, but if you're just trying to maximize your business, that's one way to do it. But even more so, I think the best way to use the AI is making the computers do what computers do best. It's the mundane, task repetitive stuff. And if that means scheduling, organizing, cold call emailing, all of those things, you can program your AIs to do that. You can program these agents in order to help your business, not create new photos. Let humans do what humans do best, which is creating and thinking of new concepts. Let the AI and the computers handle all of the mundane crap that none of us want to do in the first place. They're not going to complain. They're ones and zeros. Screw them if they complain. What we have to focus on is finding a way to, maybe have that create our universal basic income so that we can all focus on actually just creating and being human beings, being the social people that we are. And if you can focus on that socialness, if you can focus on the human aspect of your photography, there's no AI that's going to replace you. There's no AI that can replace you even in 50 years from now. And I'll die on that hill, but we'll see where maybe that hill will not even be a hill anymore in 10 years or in 6 months, who knows. But for right now, that is how I feel. And I just feel like if you can just be the human and focus on the humanity, that will guarantee your career. Even top level photographers aren't safe from this. I think even the highest end of photography, the stuff that can't really be replicated by AI at this point, will soon fall victim to it. And if not now then there's definitely not a whole lot of new up-and-comers that are going to reach that super high-end level, at least in the niches in which AI can actually compete with us. Focusing on the stuff that AI can't do is what's going to ensure your career, but it's not necessarily what's going to make you just enjoy your photography. If you like shooting things that AI can do easier, then who cares? There's people that shoot stuff on film and still develop their film at home, even though it's easier to do it on digital. You can still enjoy the process. And I think that's also like maybe a video for another day, but like this obsession over trying to make money with every single hobby that we have nowadays. It's like everything has to be like a content, or everything has to be a way to just like capitalize and make money on. And it's not just a way to just escape from life and do nothing with. It's okay if AI is competing with your ability to create images. It will do its thing, you can do your thing. Where it clashes is the money aspect. Where it clashes is the businesses using that instead of artists, instead of people like you and me. I actually had, I don't know how much I want to say about this, but I had a job from a few months ago, or even a year ago, at least at this point, where they used like part of my image in a much broader AI generated image. So they kind of like had a blend of real and AI in like a product shot, let's say. And it rubbed me a little bit the wrong way at first, especially because I'm like, it feels like you're taking advantage of artists at this point where you're like, it's like AI is pretty good, but it's just not good enough. So let me add that human touch to it. And it sucks and it's scary and it's going to happen. But I think rather than fighting it, it's just leaning into the stuff that AI can't do and leaning into the reason why you even like the essence of the photography in which you started in the first place. And I love the idea of product photography. I love the idea of setting up scenes in little worlds that don't otherwise exist. And there definitely is a difference still to this day between like super high-end product work and whatever AI slop can be created. But that margin just keeps getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And if you're not already there, I think it's scary for you to just put all your eggs in that basket and trying to get there. Focusing on people, focusing on the humanity, focusing on documenting your environment, your social circle, your people. Those are the niches that never have gone away, and I don't think they ever will. The most successful photographers shot their surroundings. They shot around them. They shot the people. They shot the communities. They shot all of the things that made them and informed them as human beings. And that's something that AI can't do. So focus on that, and I'm doing another outro thing. Anyway, just do that, okay? Thank you.